What do we do?
So I just figured it out when you told me.
That's exactly
so easy.
That's exactly the fun behind it.
What are we doing today, Lau?
So we're just sitting with the guys at James House, and we're just facilitating what their next stage and plan is going to be for developing their social brand, so that we can have more input and outreach from the community going forward. So we're just going through that process, and then we're going to sit and run through odds and ends with it.
James House is a child and youth care centre based in Hout Bay, delivering service to the greater part of Ilizaliyetu and Hamburg communities. And currently we have Lyle George and his accomplice shooting pics and videos of the staff and what we do. So my name is Kaashifa, I'm the HR manager for James House.
So these are all the articles back from whenever James House started doing articles.
I like it. I like it.
So I thought we should just put it up.
Yeah, that's cool. Can you tell me about one of these maybe?
I can tell you about this one.
Yes.
So we've got a cycling club that is in the same property in James House. So they're not part of James House, but they are here. So they cycle to raise funds for James House. So they raised, that was in 2012, they raised 15 grand for James House.
That's
so
amazing.
they donated that money to James House.
Oh.
For example, if you come to this one in 2011, we had a youth development program which was called Life Center.
Yeah.
So the classroom was donated by the Lions Club.
Wow.
So they did a crowdfunding, and then they donated that money to construct.
So they basically constructed a class from scratch for you guys to have another place
and then
to teach.
we partnered with what is this funder's name now? TK Foundation.
Okay.
And also the Future Growth. So they bought computers for the children to come and do the research, to build their CVs and all those kind of things.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that was in 2011, but unfortunately we lost funding for this program, so we had to close down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something like that to go and continue off of that baseline that was set there originally. Would you need like another 20,000 rand? Would it be like people coming in and doing tech support? What would you?
Look, we've just relaunched on the 1st of July.
Yeah.
We relaunched our resource center.
Okay.
So we have got it's called Youth Development Academy at the moment, whereby we only take girls between the ages of 16 and 22.
Yeah.
So we do life skills with them.
Okay.
We place them back, they're either school dropouts, so we place them into FET colleges.
Okay.
We help them to look for jobs, that kind of thing. So we don't have funding for that program at the moment. So we'd very be grateful if we could get some funding for that program.
That looks amazing. Okay, so could you show me where this building is on the premise? Let's go take a walk and let's go do that. Get your points and stuff, and then we can do the transition.
So we just passed the cycle shed on the left. Sia is basically walking us around the premises to show what's going on. And I just want to take a moment to talk about the cycle shed as a whole. So what happens with it is in order to keep the kids away from that bad element within the area, there is a cycle house that was provided by the cycle club of, I think, Hout Bay. And what had happened with it is these kids go and they pick up these bikes and they go and they train on these bicycles in order to compete in various cycle tours with the guidance and help of James House and obviously the people that are taking them on these routes. And it's just a finer look at what James House does holistically for the community. Something as simple as a bike run for me or you might change a young child's life. And that's what James House represents.
And Sia's brought me in to come and help them with their personal branding going forward. Yeah. And Sia and Helen, that's running around the back, are just starting a new campaign. And we came and we sat down just to get an idea of what it is that James House does. And essentially what it is it's an outreach program that develops the youth and puts them forward to places that they've never been before. So, Sia is the guy that's just going to be, that I'm going to be liaising with going forward. And I just want Sia to tell us his story of why he ended up at James House.
You know, it's very interesting how I started off in James House. Started off as an intern, coming from a background of an IT.
Yeah.
You know, I think James House found me.
Okay.
So from being an intern, being an admin assistant, from the, so one lady which was called Pam Coker, she was our finance lady.
Yeah.
She once asked me, so Sia, after an intern, what is it that you're going to do?
Yeah.
You know, I was like, no, I'm going to look for work, you know. She said, okay. Then the next day the MD called me and said, Sia, you're going to work for us now.
Yeah.
So I worked as an office assistant.
Okay.
Then from there, I went to work in the programs. I was so fortunate because I worked in all the programs within James House. So I felt in love with community development and youth development as well. Because I'm coming from Hout Bay, so I wanted to see the youth of Hout Bay developing and being someone in life, you know. So that was my journey in James House. I am now communications officer.
Okay.
I also do volunteer coordination. I do marketing and I do PR for James House. So yeah, that's my story.
Hey, that's brilliant. See ya, I like
James House.
I like it. I like it. But you are then essentially what this place represents. Someone that has been taken from the basics of what you were before to what you could be now. And that is the story of James House. If I look at that as a perspective from someone that's seeing everything from the outside looking in.
Yeah. So just to give you a little bit of background about James House. So James House started off as a soup kitchen, and that was 3 years ago.
Sure.
You know, by a group of church ladies from the community of Hout Bay.
Yeah.
They saw this one boy that was roaming around the streets of Hout Bay, and then they called him in. So the first boy that received the services from the house, his name was James. So the house was called James after him. You know, so obviously James House has grown over the years. We're now having community-based programs. We're working in the schools. We're working in Moravian Primary School, which is just across the road. We're also working in the Hangbeck area, which is Sentinel Primary School. We're also working in the high school. So what we do in the communities, we've got 12 child and youth care workers from each community. What they do, they wake up early in the morning, 6 o'clock. They go to these families and make sure that the children are well groomed before they go to school. And then after the home visit, they will then go to the school, and then when the school is finished, they will then give the children a meal. Because it's either their parents are out looking for work, or it's either their parents are working, or their older siblings are still in the high school. So we've got a program which is called a Safe Park. So that's where we keep the children safe, and then they will get a meal, we'll do homework support, we'll do life skills, we'll do sports games with them. So we do different kind of activities with these children. So we're working with children from the ages of 0 to 18 years from both communities. We've got more than 15 families, 15 beneficiaries in our books, both direct and indirect. So we're feeding 500 children every day from Monday to Saturday. So yeah, that is James House in a nutshell. Yeah.
Your next big plan for James House from your guys' side, we're going to be looking at the documentaries going forward for, what was that program we spoke about in the boardroom now?
It's called Happy Child Campaign.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Happy Child Campaign is the next big thing that you guys are going to be rolling out from James House on the side. So what does it have to do with?
So just to give you an insight of what the Happy Child Campaign is all about. So the Happy Child Campaign is a head of different fundraising events.
Okay.
So we've got a Happy Child Campaign. So it's also an advocacy about children's rights.
Okay.
So we've got different kind of events that is coming up, like any other NPO, because in Hout Bay alone we've got more than 30 NGOs that are constantly looking for funding.
Okay.
So our plan is to now, in September on the Heritage Day, we're planning to have an event called the Cook Off.
Yes.
whereby people will come and have a competition,
Yeah.
making a pochi.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're hoping to find a celebrity chef
Yes.
that will come and be a judge.
Okay.
So we're hoping all these dishes people would then sell,
Yeah.
and then James House will be a beneficiary.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah, we're also having an event which is called Walk on the Beach.
you. Yeah.
So people will walk from the Hout Bay side to Hout Bay just to bring awareness
Yes.
of kind of food that we do.
Do-
Because most of people in Hout Bay, they still think that James House is an orphanage, which is
Okay.
not the case.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
So this is the great awareness. So my next question is, where can people find you? If we are looking to engage with you guys and help out as who we are as people that are just watching, where can we find you? Do you guys have a Facebook page?
Yes, so we are on Facebook, and our hashtag is James House.
There we go.
And then we're also on Twitter,
Okay.
James House CYCC.
Yes.
We're also on Instagram with James House 1986.
Okay.
We also have a website,
Okay.
which is www.jameshouse.org.za. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah.